has some cool tricks with charcuterie boards because guess what? We all get to all go out and entertain now.
Yeah.
Yes. And so Marcy was so lovely to come down from Leavenworth and join us tonight. So, and you have the Modern Mountain Creations.
I do.
And would you like a mic or you?
I have a really loud voice. I used to present in front of thousands of people, and so I think I'm good, right? All right. So anyway, is that good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. So you're going to kind of stand with me and ask me some questions.
Yes.
And so anyway, it's so great to be here. I do want to say that Jody and I went to high school in Montesano. I mean, and I went to high school or schools with her husband since kindergarten. And so what an amazing phone call to get from Jody to say, I know you live there, but would you come here? And I would do anything for her. I feel like the purpose to come full circle from a small town and meet new wonderful ladies. What a beautiful opportunity. So here I am. We're ready to go. So, you know, the funny story is I used to create natural and man-made disaster exercises for first responders. So up until COVID, I traveled the world for all hazards, volcano response, radiological, biological. I mean, I was a natural disaster in my brain. That's what I did. You know, and then and I did a lot of school safety, very, very passionate. But then COVID happened. I live up in the mountains. We got 10 feet of snow this year at our house. But I also went and bought a rototiller when that COVID hit. And I started rototilling our land. And it created this beautiful just piece of paradise. It's a little slice of heaven is what I call it. So we have 10,000 wildflowers. We have chickens and animals. And we created an outdoor gathering place for our little community to come together and have private dinners where they felt safe, but they could connect with family and not, you know, which everybody was missing so much over there as well. So someone said to me, you know, you should start a charcuterie business. I'm like, yeah, I should. You know, let's look that up. How do you say that? You know, and so I did, and I started this, and it's called Modern Mountain Creations. I paid $13 for my logo on Etsy, if you guys want to know that. But I just started, and it's all from my heart, and it's not the most beautiful, but I love it. I am booked until the end of August. We have little intimate dinners. But I deliver charcuterie boards every day to people getting together for baby showers or celebrations or just because or girls' weekends or just, you know, the husband's gone and I don't want to cook, you know, and I deliver it. And my husband helps me. We've been married 32 years. And he says to me, you know what you do, Marcy? You make people smile. Aww. Is what this is. This is nothing more. I mean, it's just the simplicity of just making someone smile. And whether it's even a death in a family, and I mean, I'm going up there wanting to, but it's just that little something of just food. Food carries so much more than just that morsel, you know, to fuel your body. There's a lot to be said. So anyway.
So Marcy, too, the one thing that she has a beautiful space up in Leavenworth. So there's a lot of ladies here who probably have some kids that are maybe thinking about getting married. And
we have to interview them, though. It's an interview process.
Oh, wow. Yes.
It's very personal.
So but go to her Instagram page because she's got all these lovely photos. And make sure you're not hungry because you're going to want to eat right what's on the page there. But,
so I'm just going to start about, like, how do you start a charcuterie board? And really, I did a lot. I don't have the internet at my house yet. We're still asking, but it's still not there. So I still read a lot of books. But it's all about how you start. And it starts with the bowl. So you have your board, and it's amazing what the difference is of adding a different kind of bowl. So this, of course, is very big, but I was kind of showing some examples. But you have just different things. So as you start, don't feel like you have to get that perfect bowl. It could be some little piece of china that just maybe, I like that look. I like the print, and I like how it matches this. So I'm going to go with this as my centerpiece, right? So this is how you start your build. This is really large for this board, but I think everybody's seeing like, how do you make rose salami? Well, it's really hard. You drink a bottle of wine and that empty wine glass. After you're done, you just flip it.
Oh.
And then you have this beautiful rose. So now you have this empty glass and it's salty. So wow, no, I just kidding. So then you have your second piece. Now everything on my orders is based off of ounces, right? Because I have to make a profit a little bit. So this would be 14 ounces. So that's what I'm going to measure, right? I'm going to do my meats and my cheeses and measure or make sure that order complies with how many ounces I promised. So this is a little more than 14 ounces, but I'm just showing. Just kidding. That was stupid. Okay, so then I'm going to add another bowl. And I really wouldn't do this, but because of the time, so this is fig jam. So now maybe I'm going to add this fig jam. Let's just pretend this is a great big board. So this fig jam is here. Oh no, let's just change this all up. I'm just going to change. I really like that bowl. And then, so from there, so I'm going to do my cheese. I want to kind of show you, because I think this is kind of intimidating. You go and you find, oh my gosh, how do I cut this? Like, what do I do with this? This is Manchego, which is probably my favorite cheese to go with wine. And Manchego is delicious. And you had that on your board. So, Jody, can you move this? So you cut that end, and then you cut like in the middle. So now you're creating a much happier piece to work with, right? So now you're just cutting. You're just cutting these fun little, you're just cutting these little fun slices. Where's my reading glasses? So as you cut these, and I'll continue on, you can stack these differently. You can stack, you can layer them like this. So you can have a little display, which I had. You can do some little designs where they're different. Now, because my customers pay for a certain amount, I have to make sure that I have as much room on my board as possible, right? So I don't want to just have the whole thing take up the cheese. But if it's your friends and stuff, have fun with fanning your cheese out or something like that. The other thing I want to say is you don't have to have it just perfect. I mean, this is a double Gouda. Crack off a double Gouda and just break it. Just break, right? I'm going to eat this too. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter how it's cut, but the point is it's all about just creating fun and something that, I don't want to, like, I know that was kind of like, I don't know how to take apart that, rose. Take it apart, right? But sometimes just tearing the cheese also works. So then we have a knife on the floor. And then we have, that was,
Yeah.
okay, well, if you guys say so. So a lot of times, I think some of you guys had asparagus wrapped in prosciutto. This is a monster. I mean, and I don't want to eat this big a piece, but anyway, so I always cut this in half or even quarters because that's more doable. But the thing with prosciutto, very sticky. But if you just take it, I had this laid out so nicely. And I'm going to find a piece here, I promise.
So this is a real life example because not everything always goes just perfect.
No.
Yeah.
But clump it from the bottom and then plop it. So it just creates a cuter, you just create it. Don't this, I'm going to yell at it right now. But you just kind of twist and then drop. And it just kind of creates that flow next to your torn cheese. The other thing you can do, though, is cut these in half. And you can roll them. But I'll tell you, there are so many tricks on the internet of what to do with. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. You didn't get. Did you see the boards? Okay, so yeah, everything, huh? You saw the end result. Sorry, we'll show you some pictures. But I'm going to put this one together after I'm done. So now you do your cheeses, your meats, and then after you got your cheeses and meats, then you do your crackers, okay? But then you fill afterwards with your berries. And you're kind of making sure that where you place those isn't against the pickles. So your placement, and if you guys haven't had these olives, they'll be back in the back. But your olives can go next to your cheeses, and it's going to complement. But it's not going to complement your berries, your dried fruit, right? That kind of thing. Almonds are a beautiful thing next to your berries, right? Who doesn't like Marcana almonds? But then here's my pickles, and what will my pickles go nice next to? The olives. Now, I probably would have used some Kalamata olives just to break up all the green, but I came from Leavenworth, so this is what I grabbed. So, and then, you always want your tomatoes. So another thing is, one of the boards, I put some tahini. Am I saying that right? Tahini? So delicious. But really, that didn't have any vegetables. But the other board had the hummus, and then I amplified the vegetables because the hummus was my main dip. Does that make sense? So whatever your main dip is, you kind of can build off of that based off what's on your board. I'm not going to put vegetables on this board with fig jam. I want meat and cheese with fig jam. Does that make sense? So then you have your dried fruit that would go nice next to your, almonds. And you just kind of keep building. I have a whole pantry of charcuterie food. But I think it's just so fun to introduce new things to people. One of the things is honeycomb. So honey and brie is like my favorite. Like, I think honey and brie. But this is honeycomb. So a lot of times on my boards, maybe I'll just plop this honeycomb and just roll it off into the fig jam. So now you're introducing something fun, right? Something different for someone to taste. So fancy. Now these, I was just honored to be part of a photo shoot. So you'll see yesterday's post, and Elise does all my graphic design, and I know you guys have been in touch. She's amazing, and she was going to come with me, but she posted some beautiful pictures yesterday of a great at Modern Mountain Creations. So we were part of a photo shoot of a mock wedding in Leavenworth, and it was so much fun, and I did a grazing table. So grazing tables I probably do more of than anything else anymore. But did you try this?
No.
Do you want to?
Not yet. I would have.
It's a lemon stuffed olive.
Ooh, yum.
It is delicious. Who did it? Did you not come here? Here. And you get one, and you get one, and you get one. Then you get one. But the thing is don't be afraid to try things. Here, I guess your table one.
I'm not touching it.
Oh, you're not touching it.
No.
But it's just, Jody. But it's just, yes, isn't that fun? And so I think the fun thing is don't be afraid to pull something that you're not sure of. This is a great opportunity to try new things. Don't get stagnant. You have your little berries, right? So this is going to be cute just to lay it over the top, maybe next to your potatoes or tomatoes. But just have fun with new things. Of course, who doesn't like sweets? So you can put that right next to your berries for that little pop of spring, which after 10 feet of snow, I'll take all the spring I can. And then you have your kumquats. Super fun, right? Just cut them. And maybe that goes, around your, interior. But just have fun with colors and Then, of course, I know my time is close, but take your little flowers and then pop them in here. Just add some fun, right? Just little, and then, oh, whoops. The other thing is, I was going to cut cucumber, which I will for the back, but fresh herbs. Now we're all growing our gardens. My greenhouse is just flourishing. But take your fresh herbs, right? Or cut them up and sprinkle them. I mean, this is rosemary almonds. So put some rosemary, and now you're letting people know that they're going to have a nice taste of rosemary when they, bite into those almonds. So again, use your creativity. Walk the aisle of your grocery store. Find things that you're not familiar with. Have fun with kumquats. I did taste one today. You guys like sour, but they're so delicious. Go ahead.
So, Marcia, I also see flowers here. Mm-hmm. So, are those edible?
No, but on my goat cheese was. My goat cheese had edible flowers. I have edible. I brought them. But the herbs are a great idea for those. Yes, your herbs. But I have a package, so I always add lavender and flowers to. I don't know if anyone had the goat cheese, but that had the edible flowers on it. Yes. Yeah, and it's in the back. These are super fun. Again, find something that's going to add color, right? The kiwi, right? It's super fun. It adds that little bit besides the brown and the cheese colors. Find these little kiwis, right? It'll go really nice. How I peel them? These are dried. I just dry them. No, I didn't. But so what I usually do on grazing tables is I peel them and then I just do the little fun triangles like a jack-o'-lantern and then I pop the tops off. So I get 2 pieces and then I incorporate those into the grazing tables. So that's how I do that. So then you just keep building and then add your crackers and you just kiss it with love.
Yes. Thank you so much. So this is wonderful. And this will be, you will be able to taste this. We'll put it over on the table over there. And there's so many fun things. So you could go take a look. She does boxes, charcuterie boxes. So maybe you are going on a picnic to a concert or something, and you want to pack something really cute for you and all your guests. She has fabulous ideas, or cones, charcuterie cones.
Yeah, I had those, but they all cracked on the way over.
So, Marcia, tell the ladies again where they can find you.
You can find me in Leavenworth. I don't come over very often to do things, but I came over here for my dear friend, and I've again to meet all of you. But Modern Mountain Creations, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. There's an order link to it. And if you ever are coming over to Leavenworth, you can swing by and I can drop off a box to go. Most everything is on a board, and then I go pick up the board the next day. So it's just really tries to just have fun.
So you don't come over to this side to do delivery? I mean,
if Jody asks me.
So,
no, I don't. But there's some beautiful charcuterie, Smashbox. There's some beautiful businesses over here that just do stellar jobs.
Yes. So, Marcia, again, thank you.
Yes,
ladies.
thank you.
Give her a good round of applause.
Thank you.
And so we are going to take about a 10-minute break. So if you want to go get another glass of wine or taste anything.